Hi everyone and welcome to the Bros Carter YouTube channel. I'm Sean and today we're doing an exclusive video on a conceptual toolkit for your life. Now what is a conceptual toolkit? I have no idea, I'm doing this for a grade. What is a conceptual toolkit? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Think of it as your own personal textbook for certain words and phrases that can help you in critical thinking situations. So the way this conceptual toolkit video is going to work is that I'm going to define a word, exemplify it, elaborate on it, and then you'll see a nice little illustration that I'll give. Let's start right off the bat with critical thinking, the simplest one. Analyzing a situation long and hard without bias. Thinking outside the box while thinking outside of that box. For example, you may have three choices in an event. All are nearly similar, but only one is correct and you don't have prior knowledge to what that is. You must use your critical thinking skills to solve it for yourself. The next one on our conceptual toolkit is called information, and being a computer info major myself, my thought of information is basically raw data that's been put together to make sense. It's things that wouldn't have made too much sense at first, but when combined can be understood. Think of jumbled letters on a fridge. Out of order and completely scrawled across, you have no idea what's come up with, but combined together and naturally you start making sentences and words and goofy little things that you probably shouldn't put on a fridge, you nasty.
Lagiem? Sosif? Yeah! Hi! Vsauce? Michael here.
The next one on our conceptual toolkit list is clarity, either visually or mentally understanding something. In other words, something changed that just made it click in your mind. Just imagine you're stuck on something puzzling and then all of a sudden, bam, you just have clarity. You don't know what happened, but you can fix it now. That Rubik's Cube is gone. The next up on our list is fairness, having the closest possible state to equality. No bias, no partial anything, just half and half. That's a Bros Carter reference. Half and half. The next one's a bit tricky. It's assumptions, using knowledge you already have to make a decision or statement whether you know it or not. In other words, jumping to conclusions, to bluntly put it. For example, that one time you awkwardly asked the lady when she's due and she was not pregnant. Yeah, and that was a good one. But we're learning. It's a learning process. Next up is implications, or a connection to a situation or outcome. Basically knowing the risks and rewards for your actions, such as standing up for something or making a move while knowing what the end effects will be. The next one on our list is a bit of a doozy. It's called civic engagement, which is being involved in an environment around you to help it change. Elaborating on that, participating in events that aid your community or group to help it grow. You could do things like simply voting, public service, arson. Okay, not arson, that's not. Unfortunately, I don't have a goofy little illustration for this one, but I do have a few pictures of me at the Houston Food Bank for the first time. Volunteering there was a blast, and I can't wait to go back. Next up is citizenship, which technically is being verified as part of a group or a community. However, citizenship could also mean literally being figurative and literally being a part of that community. For example, legally being born in the US and figuratively being an American. Our next one, voice, is your individual thought processed by your peers. Not only literally passing from structured noise to actual information, but also being recognized in your own ideas and passions. For example, giving your opinion on a favorite game or a fashion style is simply you stating your voice. Like I'm doing right now, publishing this video and many of our other Bros Carter videos for the world to see is me sharing my voice and my opinion. Marginality, which can be described in many other ways, but we're going to go pretty generic on this one, is a piece or section of something, simply not everything all together. Think of a cookie cake. A warm, delicious, chocolatey, creamy... I'll be right back. This is my illustration. It's the best one yet. Which was a good choice. The next on our toolkit is organization, which is a group or structure that works together. In other words, things working in tangent with one another to accomplish a specific goal or task. Think of cogs in a clock that mesh together, or a college group project. I'm totally kidding. Don't think of a college group project, because you know those other group members are going to let you down. Up next is morality, which is your character and your personal aspect on ethical decisions. Basically what you consider right or wrong. A good example of this could be going back to the cookie cake. It would be ethically wrong for me to eat it all without consent from the rest of my family. But I'm gonna. Second to last is collaboration, which is the working part of an organization. It's how an organized unit gets to its goal. Think of what I'm doing right now. I'm using a camera, software, and hardware to publish this video available for you. And lastly, there's problem solving, a multi-step process in which an individual or an organization takes to fix an issue. Think of it as a way to make a setback a step forward to your objective. For example, if you troubleshoot your computer and find out that your cup holder isn't working, it's because it's not a cup holder, it is a disc tray. There we go. We're seeing that clarity working now. So that's all for the Bros Carter Conceptual Toolkit. I certainly hope it helps you out. And if you want to stay around for a little longer, we do Let's Plays of video games, and I've even done a review of Frozen. So, with more games coming up, I hope to see you in the next video. The next on our toolkit is organization, which is a group or structure. Ooh, that cookie cake got to me.